Ready for the South?
Yeah.
All right, buckle up. We got Houston, 1 seed, laying 24.5.
Hey, why don't you get it right? It's the South region presented by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
Our corporate champion.
Yeah, our corporate champion. Would you forget the protocol? Come on, man.
They're laying 24.5 against Longwood. Longwood, by the way, had a 2-10 stretch in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
They got hot enough to get in, but they're not a good team.
All right, so I have two opinions on this game that fly in the face of each other.
Yeah.
I mean it. And I can't prove, this is a terrible idea. I can't prove this by numbers. I like Houston and the under. And those fly completely in the face of each other.
Right, because if you're going to
score
enough
under,
to
you
cover
gotta take
24,
the 24 and a half.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you look at this, I mean, Northwood may not get to 45 points.
Longwood.
Northwood, Longwood, whatever it is. Long gone. Again, you're a team outside the top 150 offensively and defensively. Houston's a top 20 offense. They get a bad rap, like somehow they're broke dick.
Well, you know what it is? Because too many people look at points per game. They play slower, so the points per game aren't high. But they added Cryer, right, the Baylor transfer. They can get buckets whenever they want.
And Jamal Shed, late shot clock, he'll be able to pull up right in your face and knock down a clutch too. He's got an ability to stop on a dime in the paint and put something up. Dude, under 127.5, you want low? Oh, we go lower. I mean, this could be a 70-40 kind of game. I don't know how Longwood will score. And here's what I can't prove. Houston's got to be pissed off because they didn't just lose to Iowa State. They were embarrassed in a way that the Houston Cougars do not get embarrassed. And you can go, well, who's Houston? Guys, no offense. You got to lose this bias or bullshit like Houston's a cute little plaything or some kind of fake team. They walked into the Big 12 and kicked everybody's ass. Okay? And I understand they lost the conference championship game in embarrassing fashion. Houston, for years now, has been a high-caliber, 25-plus win team, and their calling card is, we are going to fucking bully you. I just feel like they are capable of winning a 70-40 kind of game.
Well, it's funny you said 40. 11 times this year, they've held opponents under 50 points. That's the sweet spot where both opinions are right, where you hold them to 46, 48, you get into your 70-plus, and you cover. That's the sweet spot. What Houston does, in addition to playing great defense, they don't turn the ball over.
Right.
So there's no freebies. So you're going to struggle to get to 40. You're going to struggle to get to 50. That's the type of basketball they play.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to bet both of these, and I'll push. No, I know.
I see it.
I know they fly in the face of each other, but I'm telling you, you can't be afraid.
Which one do you like more?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Pick your favorite child.
Whatever I say. I
know you don't have kids.
I don't like kids. I mean, my nieces and nephews are all right, depending on the day.
Kind of think the under.
Well, now I'm seeing 128 pop up. See, this opened at 129.5. We got to get this thing before it goes lower. I'd say the under is probably the stronger play based on the pedigree defensively.
Yeah.
But I'll end up playing both. I'll take the 0 for 2. What are we going into this tournament? 27-14 on the season?
Yeah, we probably should have hit that at the start of the episode. Evan went back and did the digging and the counting and the tabulating. It an abac.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do, Jim. I'm not recommending this to the public. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm going to play them both. I'm going to play Houston. I'm going to lay to 24.5, and I'm going to play the under. I think this is just a complete and utter, even by 116 standards, a complete mismatch.
Yeah, this is as ugly a matchup as there is in the tournament. I'm going to just go with the under. Just play the total under.
Sounds good.
Next game, number 8-9, Nebraska, Texas A&M. We talked a little bit about this if people missed it on the Instant Real Reaction episode. You love A&M. You've been on A&M all year. They're a weird team because they have wins against Iowa State and Kentucky and Tennessee, and look how good this team is. And they've also lost to Vandy in Arkansas, and they've not. So they're very Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes.
And in this game, it's Nebraska laying 1.5. Nebraska playing well at the end of the season. 8-1 to close. Got that Japanese sharpshooter. I feel
His
like
name is Tominaga.
yeah,
Get
and
it
he's,
right.
and he's got some personality. He shoots from three, and he.
Put some goddamn respect on his name.
I'm sorry.
Shout out Birdman.
And that's my lean for this. Nebraska, top 50 and 0 in D. I like Nebraska laying the 1.5. It's a lean. I don't have anything definitive. It's 1.5. It's not like I feel great.
Look, I'm a Buzz Williams guy. I love the fact the Aggies are one of the few teams. They play together. They play physical. They bring back the same roster. You get a lead guard in Wade Taylor who will take and make some big-time, difficult, contested shots. Radford is just damn street fight. Kid you want in an alleyway with you. I don't buy Nebraska. I don't buy him away from home.
Okay.
And I understand we're all sitting here and we're going, wow, they played great in the Big Ten tournament. Listen, there's still a team that allegedly Jim's pimping this defense. True or false? Did they give up a 60-burger to Illinois in the second half?
Yeah, they blew that game.
Right.
They did.
And
That's the one loss.
Do I believe Texas A&M is going to allow Nebraska to pop for 50 and a half? No. I think A&M is going to beat them up on the glass. It's going to come down to Wade Taylor. He's got to go out. He's got to have a 20-point game. He's got to be able to lead the charge. And I think the key for A&M, and watching A&M play Kentucky, Buzz Williams in the interview said it. He goes, I love what we're doing, but none of it matters if we get into Kentucky's game. We got to slow this thing down. They are not going to let Nebraska play fast. And let's be clear, Nebraska at 103, that's not fast. It's fast-ish. I think A&M dominates the glass. I think A&M dominates the pace. And if I need a big shot, I got Taylor, I got Radford. My problem, everyone views it like I do, which means I am walking into a corncob death. But I'm going to play the Aggies. I know I'm fucked. Tominaga's going to score 36. Rink mass
He can't
for 50.
miss.
Yep. I know. I'm probably dead. I'm going to take the Aggies.
All right. Wisconsin, James Madison. You're 5'12".
Whoa, Kimo Sabe.
Did I skip something?
Yeah. What are you doing
I said
in that
lean
game?
Nebraska. I opened the cap with it.
Lean Nebraska, and you gave no sales pitch to why?
I said hot at the end of the season, sharpshooter.
Save the platitudes.
Okay.
What about my sales pitch? You don't want to come to my side?
It's just I can't back a team, but first everybody's backing. And is this Jekyll Hyde? Like, what am I actually putting my money on? Think about what you're asking
Buzz
people to
Williams,
do. This is
three-piece
hard-earned money. These people are working for this money. And this team is inconsistent, and everybody's backing them, and you're telling people to bet on them. Okay. I won't do it.
He just yelled at me. Go to the next game.
High atop Mount Sanctimonious.
Exactly.
You wanted something, there's something. All right, Wisconsin, James Madison. 5-12 matchup, Wisconsin laying 4.5 points. James Madison, a 30-win team. I think 31, right?
Yep.
31-win team. 13 straight wins. Get 4.5 points. That's my play.
But this is the teaching point. The number is so depressed.
What should it be? 5.5, 6?
At least.
I'm taking 4.5.
At least. I mean, this is a Wisconsin team that showed you they can play with some of the best teams in America. And yes, JMU beat Michigan State to start the season, right? That's basically the justification for the seeding.
I guess.
The reality is State sucks. I mean, I think
the committee disagreed. They made them the highest 9 seed.
The game for me, I'll tell you the play for me that I think is much more interesting. Look, if you forced me to bet it, I would lean with you on Bucky Badger.
Well, no, I'm not.
I would lean Badgers because everyone is on JMU, and the number's sitting there just at 5.5 right now. I actually lean Wisconsin.
Okay.
And over. Everyone associates Wisconsin with the under. The reality is this team is far more willing to get up and down.
They'll start running. I know the tempo
can
is
put
slow.
up 30.
Yeah.
Did
you see Big Ten title? He tried to do the alley-oop to himself off the backboard.
I love it. Absolute sizzle and swagger.
Sure.
I lean Wisconsin and I lean over.
Okay. Duke, Vermont, 4-13. Duke's a team I think is underseeded here. But they're laying 11.5 points against the Catamounts, who are always in this spot. Always in the tournament, always in that 13 seed. And
if you don't like A&M, you can't like Duke.
I don't.
Because Jekyll and Hyde defines this.
I know. Here's the deal. We had the Evan Research Department right before we hit record. Vermont, last 3 times as a 13 seed, single-digit games every time. They're slow. They play defense. 11.5 points is a nice number. So I am playing the Catamounts.
Wow.
And again, I think Duke has a profile of a team that could win the whole thing, but this is they may advance, but it may not be easy.
Here's Jim's problem.
No size for Vermont against
70% of tickets make up 94% of the money as we sit here on Monday on the Catamounts.
Okay.
Now, I'm just throwing it out there. Could I interest you in the over? I
just got done with a cap saying it's going to be lower scoring. Bogging it down and playing defense and points at a premium. And now you're going to – how low is the total?
Buddy, the total's 132.
Okay.
And Earth is on the under. I think when we go right over the top here. Hey, I don't love the game. And I got anti-Duke sentiment. It's a stay away for me. I think the over is more interesting. If you want the Catamounts, God bless.
I'm taking the Catamounts.
By the way, the bravery of Filipowski. Can we talk about it? To overcome that life-threatening injury, to be able to survive a court storming, only to be able to go out and trip somebody with full force. Just the bravery of Kyle Filipowski. Seriously. You know, there are men and then there are heroes. And I think we're witnessing heroism with Filipowski.
He's a cut above. Texas Tech, NC State, 6-11 matchup. Texas Tech laying 4.5 points. Their team you've liked all year. We've bet on and made money all year with. NC State, red hot. Do you have a side here?
I do.
What do you want to do? And what are we seeing, by the way? 4.5 or 5.5?
5.5.
This is going to move, but what do you have?
5.5.
Okay.
And I have to ask for forgiveness. I have to ask for forgiveness. Father, forgive me. Father Costa, forgive me. I have to go against Pop Isaacs.
No.
Yep. 5.5 with NC State. And again, they are flawed. I'm not a victim of the moment. But let's not act like Tech has been a model of consistency either. I love their backcourt with Isaacs and Toussaint.
And they play in the best conference in America.
They do. But here's the key. NC State has a non-negotiable. DJ Burns, the dancing bear. This is a guy who looks like he ate Zion Williamson. But he is an elite post player who is an elite passer. Do you know what you can't do to DJ Burns?
Double
You
him.
can't double him.
Yeah.
Because Burns is out here whipping the ball all over the place. They have an elite guard in Horn. I need to see if the kid with the groin, Marsant, I believe is his name, they need him. McConnell, it kills me. The other guard, absolute liability, turned the ball over late in that game. But NC State, buddy, you're giving me 5.5 here. Now, come on. That's a lot of points. I can't tell you Tech doesn't win. And deep down, do I want Tech to win? Of course I do.
Yeah.
But you know what I like? 35% of the bets, 68% of the money, NC State. I got to play the Pack. I have to.
So what's the deal with
It'd be Pack and over for me. Would be the two leans. But I'm going to play the Pack.
So you mentioned injuries with Northwestern. Warren Washington, he's a 7-footer. We don't know his status.
Dude, he's played one game in the last 10.
I know. He hadn't played since late
totally
February.
ineffective for 10 minutes.
But you talk about the matchup. You're going to need someone with some, even just length. I know he's not a big dude.
Here's the key. I watched DJ Burns body the shit out of Baycott and company.
Right.
This kid is catching the ball out near the three-point line. He doesn't even bother posting up. And then it's booty, 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 drop step dunk. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You go, how is this team not better all year?
Yeah.
So, look.
It might be that classic light bulb on type of thing.
And I think
I wanted to go Texas Tech.
The total looks high.
Yeah.
You go higher. Total's 145.5. I am going to play NC State, lean over, but I'm going to play the Pack. You got to give me the 5.5.
Yeah, I like to lean to Tech, and you're making me feel like I need to just bet NC State.
Booty,
this
booty,
is,
booty.
He's backing
double,
it down.
Pass, triple.
Okay.
Booty, up and under. DJ Burns, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, he's almost like if you attached a bike pump to Derek Nix's body back in the day. This kid's inflatable Derek Nix.
Was that RIP to the competition?
Yeah, exactly. Back when State was good. What a shame. Keep going.
Kentucky, Oakland. Kentucky, I know you love them.
I do.
I know you love them.
Listen.
They are the type of team that is going to get upset in this tournament because they don't play defense and they play up tempo, which means you are in a hurry to give up points. You are putting the onus on your offense to be red hot.
Yes.
Can they do it against Oakland?
Yes.
Hell yes, they can.
That's my thing.
But it's 13.5 points.
No, and I understand that. It's a big number. But first of all, what is Oakland?
Great local story for us in Michigan.
They are outside the top, essentially outside the top 150, both offensively and defensively. You are facing a Kentucky team, and I will continue to say it to you. They are the Golden State Warriors. 5 guys on this team shoot 40% or better from deep. Reed Shepherd's going to be a top 5 pick. Dillingham is a first-round pick.
Yep.
Reeves is an All-American. You get a 7-footer in Big V in the middle. Like, look, it's gambling, not winning. And I understand Kentucky's capable of giving up 90 to anybody. So I'll ask you this. While your opinion of Kentucky is wholly correct, does Oakland have the firepower to stay with this team? You are getting a top 5 offense and a team that, without having a good day, can score 85 points.
Right.
So I'm asking you, how does Oakland produce
70?
that?
They'd have to get to like 72, something like that.
This is a Kentucky team that, I don't know, a week ago seemingly went into Knoxville and decapitated Tennessee, who some people were talking about as a 1 seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were on the line right down to the wire.
Look, this is not an anti-campy, anti-Oakland thing. I told you I loved Kentucky. I think Kentucky's got a shot to make a deep run here. It is nothing for them to drop a bomb on somebody. Who the fuck is scoring for Oakland?
I know.
What do you think?
Townsend,
Number 4, Trey Thompson or whatever his name. Are you going to put up 38 again? This ain't Cleveland State, bro. Here's the problem. Anytime you bet Kentucky in the NCAA tournament, you're an asshole. Why? They're one of the most overbet teams every year. You want me to go this alone? I'll lose my money. It's fine. I like Kentucky.
I was going to lean Oakland, but part of me thinks I need to just play them now. Just for the pod.
To hurt me?
No, just for
That's
the
all
pod.
this is to you, isn't it?
No.
How do I hurt Mike?
But again, I don't think Kentucky has this team that has this profile that you do. We disagree on them. I'm getting 13.5 points. I don't know. Maybe Cal throws his buddy Campy a bone and they call off the dogs.
What bone is he going to throw?
I don't know. Allegedly, they're buddies. I'm going to take 13.5 points for a team that I think profiles to give up a lot of points. Like, that's the thing. You might tell me, Oakland doesn't have it. They're going to be giving it. That's Kentucky's defense.
Okay, but hold on. Just work with me for a second. Reverse engineer your opinion. Okay, well, Kentucky's going to give up a lot of points. Okay, they're also going to score a shit ton of points against a team who's damn near outside the top 200 defensively. Oakland is not a good defensive team.
What's the total? Can we bet the over? How high is that going to be?
The total? Oh,
yeah.
Boy. All right, hold on. Pulling it up. I apologize.
Because maybe there's a way for us to bet this together.
Holy mother of God. 163.
And is the public all over it too? Because that'd be our
Public's
luck.
all over the over.
Yep. All right. Never mind.
70% of the tickets, 96% of the money to the over.
How much of this? I mean,
You want to go under?
surface level. Yeah,
Hold on.
maybe we do. Maybe we go under.
Get brave. Think about this. If Kentucky puts up 85 points, 85-70 is both a cover and an under.
Right.
You think OU's getting to 75 and Kentucky's getting to 90? That's where it would have to end up at.
I like it. Let's go under.
No one's touching that under.
That's beautiful.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Okay, hold on. Now, you can get 164. This opened up at 160, and it's flying. I think this is something you wait to bet.
Yes.
What is the number you want to get? 164?
Where is it right now?
Consensus is 162.5, 163. I see 164.
So that may be where this moves. I don't know how much more movement you can expect.
I think it has to be,
no,
has to be 164 or better.
Okay.
No way I'm recommending people take a bad number.
Right.
Give me Kentucky. And if that under is 164, I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll take Oakland in the under.
You son of a bitch.
It's not enough to agree on the under.
You know what? You're a bad person.
We've had this Kentucky thing, and we're just going to let it play out. How about that?
Fine.
Florida plays, we don't know yet. The two teams that have to play in the 10 spot, Colorado and Boise State.
This is all you. The fact
I mean,
that
I don't
you
have like a giant opinion
oh,
on it.
yes, you do. You walked in like Vince McMahon strutting. Oh, I got a pick for the play, and you're not going to believe. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Sell me.
Colorado. I like Colorado.
Glad somebody does.
You got to lay 2.5. What do you mean? Nobody's betting them?
No, I'm saying I don't like
okay.
either of these teams.
Oh, okay. Make a ton of threes, space the floor, NBA guy on the roster. I mean, it just feels like...
Well, Williams?
Yeah, Cody Williams. Feels like they're a team that can score. Boise, I'm not overly impressed with Boise. The Mountain West got 6 teams in. They're not all this good.
The Mountain West got underseeded, and that's what I think you're falling victim to here.
You think so?
No, I just think you better be careful going, Pac-12 Mountain West sucks, Boise's on at midnight. Look, man, you can do whatever you want to do. Boise's going to get up and down.
Yes.
They'll play with you. They'll play at a fast pace. They'll fill it up. I get nervous in a game like this. I do not have a great feel for it.
No, my opinion is not even so much Colorado. It's that the winner of this game is beating Florida.
Oh.
Florida, another one of these teams in a hurry to give up a lot of points. And we talk about it. If you like a 10 seed,
Yep.
you got to really like the 10 seed. And we talk about play-in teams. You win the first game, you got a much better chance to win the second one. Happens every year except one in the last, 12, 13 years?
You forced me to play it. I wouldn't. It's not spite. I wouldn't want to. I'd root for you to win money. You forced me to play it. I'd actually probably just shut up, take the points, and give me Boise State. These teams are basically, it's a Spider-Man meme.
Okay.
It really is.
Would you take the winner against Florida?
No.
You like Florida. We don't even have a...
No, I don't like Florida at all. I would just bet the over.
Okay.
I'd put my feet up, root for points, and hand out orange slices. I mean, Florida doesn't even give a shit about defense. So,
I would love to see. I would love to see Colorado against Florida.
Yeah, and
Would
again,
love that.
I think Colorado and Boise State, they're both very nice teams. Like, I don't think either of these is shit. It's a game where you are flipping a coin. The number's right. The teams are razor close. I'm not being disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. And I think net is 25 for Colorado, 26 for Boise. I mean,
do I believe either of these teams can beat Florida? Yes.
Yes, I think.
But I'm
both.
taking the points in the next round.
Okay.
Last all game. Mad at me now. Go ahead.
No, last game. Marquette, Western Kentucky. Marquette's laying 14.5. We don't know Kolek, right? It's Monday.
Yeah, you got no status on Tyler Kolek.
So,
he is an All-American. He's a Player of the Year type candidate. He is their point guard.
He runs the show.
Yeah, and again, I think they push the pace more when he plays.
And Western Kentucky is the fastest tempo team in the sport.
There he is. There's my special little guy. So it was leading me towards the following. Can't prove it. I think Kolek plays. They held him out of the Big East tournament, abundance of caution, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this listed total is suggestive. Kolek's going to play 158.5. If Kolek plays, Western Kentucky knows one speed. And I will tell you, I've sadly, I am a member of the CBS Sports Network Wednesday Night Fan Club. I have turned on some Western games here when they're playing at Wayne Diddle Arena or whatever the fuck it's called. Get me Western's arena. It's got the creepy statue out front.
Well, and you called them to win the tourney, their conference tournament, right? We did the episode last week.
Yeah. Look, they take some horrible shots.
Yeah.
They will rise up from 30, and you're like, why did you just do this? The point is, if Kolek plays, that total looks high, we go higher.
EA Diddle.
EA Diddle, I told you. Diddle Arena. I would go over here. It'd be over, and it would also be a little bit of a lean to the dog.
If Kolek plays, it's still a lean to the dog?
Yeah, because again, buddy, Western Kentucky can fill it up. I'm not playing Western Kentucky. If Kolek plays, I'm actually going to lean over. 158.
What's the total? 158?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Because my initial cap is I can't bet this game without Kolek. But if you're telling me
I think Kolek plays,
I can just root for the tempo to kind of drag Marquette into a high total.
Western Kentucky's not doing shit as far as keeping Iguodaro out of the paint or Stevie Mitchell. Stevie Mitchell finishes around the rim.
If Western Kentucky would like to drag the pace up to the over, I'm more than happy. That's going to be a better watch too.
Yeah, so I'd go over 150.
Okay.